Savings in a property development that's never happened will have been watching a court case today very carefully. You see, it all centres on the future of Liverpool's new Chinatown.
The City Council and the developer have been at loggerheads over who owns the leases that would allow the scheme to go ahead. Apartments and shops in the project have already been sold to mainly foreign investors living in Hong Kong and China.
The work has stalled and it's claimed most of the money has gone. Liverpool Council wants the leases back to get the project delivered. Matt O'Donoghue has been following this case. Matt, what's it all about exactly?
Well, Tony, all these very expensive legal shenanigans centre on plans to redevelop an ugly, unloved slice of land just outside of Liverpool city centre. If the virtual reality had become actual reality, we would have seen up to 800 new homes, 120,000 square foot of commercial and retail space, and a 140-bed hotel built on the site. The whole idea was to build on Liverpool's connections to China and the oldest Chinese community in Europe, and it was specifically marketed at the Hong Kong and Chinese. But things haven't gone according to plan, and all that sits on that site now is a concrete skeleton. So Liverpool City Council have said they want those leases back so they can build that site out. And that's why we're in court here in Manchester today, as the company behind the plans, the Chinatown Development Company, fight that requirement by Liverpool City Council for them to give the leases back.
So, Matt, what's gone wrong here?
Well, Lucy, the answer to that question should concern not just the people of Liverpool, but just about everybody in our region, because at the heart of this is the way that schemes like this are funded. After 2008, when the property bubble went bust, schemes like this were paid by a fractional sales model. It means that buyers throw in up to 80% up front to fund the building of this scheme. But when things start to go wobbly and those buyers dry up, what then happens if the developer doesn't have the money? Well, the buyers apparently seem to end up with nothing. They're now fighting to get their cash back. Meanwhile, there are questions over whether the council should be doing more checks on those companies that say they can build these schemes out to see if they have their money in place. Liverpool City Council, for their part, say they owe nobody a moral or legal obligation to finish this scheme. We'll find out the result of this case in the next few days.